How do you overcome procrastination and take high leverage, consistent action every single day? You know, at the core of what I do, of course, is having the right mindset and applying more of your mind to your business and life goals. Now, of course, if all that we had to do was just think about our goals with more intention and emotion, and your goals magically showed up a few minutes later, well, everyone would be living their dream, right? And overall, they'd be happy and healthy and prosperous. But unfortunately, it's not quite as simple as that, as you're finding out. You have to take consistent action. And that's really the winning combination, isn't it? The right mindset with the right actions that gives you what you want. It's like a magic formula, and you can't have one without the other. And of course, when you have the right mindset, you're more likely to take the actions that you know you should be taking. So, let me give you some tips that I have used over and over again with my clients all over the world to help them overcome procrastination and take not only more consistent action, but more inspired action as well. Okay, so tip number 1, plan big to win big. The average entrepreneur has no structure and often no plan. Their dream never hits a piece of paper. It never hits a business plan. It never hits that step by step. And it never really gets into the do it mode. It's all in dream mode all the time. And they're two completely different things, right? Important, but you know, you have the dream mode, but at some point it's got to hit the do it now action mode. So dream as big as you want, but don't fail to create a plan to get there. And if you don't have action steps and deadlines in your calendar, then you're just wishing and you're not doing. So you have to strategize, structure, and plan for your goals. No goals, no growth. Make sense? Cool. Tip number 2, identify your priority activities. It's kind of like exercising. You can't get into shape without a plan. Training in the gym is, meaningless if you don't have goals, if you've got nothing to aim for, nothing to strive for, no sense of purpose. How can you maintain that passion and enthusiasm in your workouts, for example, without motivation to improve? Doesn't make sense. So in your workouts, you need small, daily, specific goals, okay, to give those sessions more meaning and intensity, to ensure that you're moving closer towards your bigger goal, which is, of course, getting into the best shape of your life. Same thing with your business. You need to prioritize your actions and focus on your most productive activities to the exclusion of the lesser activities, right? And you got to ask over and over again, are my daily activities high leveraged and taking me in the direction I want to go in, or are they actually moving me further away from my dreams? So the following technique that I learned many years ago from a mentor is the single most effective method that I have ever found with myself and my clients to actually take more consistent action on a daily basis. So take out a piece of paper, and what you do, and you can write it in your journal or a piece of paper or type it into your computer, write down the 5 most important action steps that you need to take in order to achieve your objectives today. Now, it could be tomorrow, depending on when you're listening to this, right? But then you write them down and you put them in order of importance. So 1 being the most important, 2 being the next most important, 3 the next, and so on. And then what you do is you start on action step 1 and you don't move on to action step 2 until you've fully completed item number 1 there. Does that make sense? And if you haven't fully completed your entire list of steps at the end of the day, so let's just say you just get from number 1 to number 3 finished, then what you do is you roll over your actions to the next day. So then action step number 4 and 5 will become number 1 and number 2 tomorrow, as the case may be. It's so simple, and yet it's so profound. Now, what if you said, but Dave, I find myself doing all this analysis paralysis thing. I actually don't know what to do. I don't know what my priority activities are. Well, the problem there is then there's a disconnect, and that leads into tip number 3. And that is that you've got to link your daily activities back to your vision and your values. See, people are focusing too narrowly. Without the higher intention and purpose, our goals just become another task. So instead of every day feeling random, it has to feel meaningful. See, you can be busy being busy, but unfulfilled, just going through the motions. For me, I remind myself all the time, you know what, I'm here to show people, to show the world how to unleash their personal greatness in a time when so many people have forgotten who they are, what they're made of. I'm on fire for this mission. It really is my purpose. And helping people achieve their highest vision, it's personal for me. Tip number 4, create daily routines. You know, elite performers, they create systems around their best practices. So they literally ask, what routines do I need to put in place on a daily basis so that when I wake up in 30 days time, I have new habits in place, or 90 days later, I'm actually getting the results that I want. See, the whole idea of a magic pill is just the desire for the instant gratification talking. If we want to become as productive as we possibly can, we have to literally grow up and get serious. We have to grow past our immaturity in this particular area. Does that make sense? So you have to be aware of the culture of the magic pill and those get-rich-quick results, because it's something that can be very seductive and it will draw you in. And if you believe in it too much, then you'll end up trying a bunch of magic pills that just don't work. And you'll end up worse than before. You see, so many people, I see this all the time, they want to be instant experts, literally overnight stars, right? People often look at what I do and they say, God, that looks like really cool and really fun. I could be on stage, for example, in front of thousands of people, and people say, well, I'd like to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that, of course. It's just that they don't realize it can take years to get to that point. It's not an overnight thing. So you got to just start doing things the right way. And the right way is to literally put the right routines and habits in place, and then be patient but persistent. And all of this then leads to a different type of action. It leads to inspired action, which is walking in the direction of where you want to go, so that you do something every single day that tells you you're going in that direction. Then your mind picks it up that you indeed are serious. And there's like an energetic match to that then, right? So you'll find yourself compelled into right action. You'll discover you're being pulled on a path to meet the right people. You'll find that the right opportunities just seem to be coming to you. And there really is that energetic flow in what's happening. Finally, tip number 5, if you're ever in any doubt about what action to take, remember the saying, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So you always take the next available step. That's the key. You just get started, and get started right now. You see, you can change your life today, listening to this right now. But you've got to decide to become a do-it-now person of action. Because when you embrace that do-it-now attitude, something amazing happens. It really is like the universe is conspiring to bring about what you want. It's like you feel this extra support. So I hope that helps you out in some way, and just go out there as always and just be incredible at what you do. Let the world benefit from your magic and never ever apologize for that. Hey my friend, it's Dave, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Do me a favor, be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you continue to get updates every time that I release new training for you. Also, while I have you here, if you'd like to get ahead a little faster in your business, then do visit my website. That's daveoconnoronline.com, and subscribe to my email list. That way you'll get more fresh, in-depth, free, world-class training on mindset and motivation. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until I see you next time, go out there and be absolutely awesome at everything that you do. Bye for now.